What's up, guys? It's Bry. It's a rainy Saturday, and that's good because the rain's out there beating up that snow some. We got less than a foot now, and I'm amazed how much we've lost in the past week. Hopefully for next week we'll have a lot more bare ground. I saw a little this morning doing my morning chores here and there, which was very nice to see. So I figure what the heck, I get home, I'm going to drag all my gear out and I'll do a little video since I see a bunch of other people posting a video of their stuff. I've only been detecting since last May, like I've said before. Memorial weekend to be exact. So I've gone through some changes in what I'm carrying, what I'm using. So figure what the heck, show off what I got, what else I got coming. So first thing we'll get started with is the Ace 350. I bought this just in time for Memorial weekend, like I said, and with it I bought the Garrett the Pro Pointer as well. As far as some of the other gear I bought, first thing I bought was a trench shovel from Home Depot for 20 bucks. Brought it on an invite for my first hunt in the woods, and I was told to leave it in the trunk. So I wound up having to eventually order the Samson. My first small digger is the Fiskars Garden Knife. This is something you can get around 10 bucks at Ace Hardware, even cheaper online. It's very good. It almost made it through an entire season before the weld separated the handle from the sheath, the blade. I actually liked it. It did very good. If you're getting started in detecting, I'd say get one. It cuts great plugs. It doesn't do so hot in rockier soil. That's probably what killed it. So I upgraded, obviously, and went out and got the Lesh hand tool. I also followed up with the Samson 31-inch, which I like over the smaller ones. I like to be able to step on it if I got to get through some roots or something instead of just chopping away. I used the Ace 350. Well, we'll get to that in a second here. But the other stuff I did, I went to Home Depot as well and bought this utility belt pack thing to carry all my stuff in the woods. You know, you put a couple water bottles in it, your digging tools, and everything else you're going to need for a day out there. And I figured out pretty quick I didn't like it. It was just too much weight on my hips. And, you know, you start dragging some junk and other crap out of the woods, and it was just digging into my hips. So I dealt with that for a while and eventually went to a smaller pack. We'll take a look at in a second here. Detected with the 350 for a few months, and I got sick of the tones on it. They're just bells. It got a little annoying, and I wasn't really thrilled with the 12 lug readout. It just wasn't enough information for me. I wanted to do something better, so I started poking around for used detectors, and there's a lot of guys around here who swear by whites. So I started looking for that. I had to pass up a really nice DFX brand new in a closet for 8 years because the guy wanted too much. But then a buddy got a hold of me and said his uncle was ditching out his White's V3i for something waterproof. So for $700, Labor Day weekend, I went out and bought this. It came with the wireless headphones. I got 3 battery packs with it. One was the original White's pack. The other 2 were converted battery packs. The original double decoil, and this monster, which is an 18 by 15 SEF coil by D-Tech, which I haven't actually used yet. I don't know what the hell to do with that thing unless I'm out in a monster field. I may decide down the road to maybe sell it and buy a brand new D2 coil, because this is an earlier one, and while it works fine, who knows? I know these earlier D2s could be flaky. I probably should have sent it out during the winter to have it looked at, but it seemed fine. So this was a good deal for $700. I jumped all over it. It also came with a pinpointer. It's just a cheap bounty hunter. You turn it on, squelch out the noise, and you're good to go. It's fine if my Garrett ever shits the bed or something. Or actually use it as a loaner equipment. Now, if I want to take a friend out detecting, he can have a pinpointer, borrow the Garrett, and I can have my gear and my girl here. So batteries, I decided to replace the batteries because I wasn't sure. I've never heard of the brand that the guy had in here. First set I bought off of Amazon were the Panasonic Enerloop Pros. Now, these Enerloops aren't cheap, especially if you go for the Sanyos. For 8 of them, it's ridiculous. The Sanyos were a little cheaper, so I gave them a shot. I mean, the Panasonics I tried, so I gave them a shot, and they work fine. I like them. I did a little more research before I bought the second pack, because there's a guy that reviews them, and he put the Amazon Basics up against the Sanyo Enerloops, and what are these for milliamps? These are the 2400 milliamp batteries. And on his testing equipment, they said that these Amazons and the Sanyos turned exact numbers, and he's pretty sure that these, since these are made in Japan, that they're very likely just repackaged Sanyos as Amazons. I got 8 of them for 20 bucks. That's a deal. And they've been working great on the times I've been charging them. Also, if you ever want to save some weight, I tried this once because a buddy of mine gave me a bunch. These disposable Energizer advanced lithiums are very, very light. They don't weigh anything. You put 8 of those in there and you put them in your whites, you're losing quite a bit of weight. It's got to be a pound off of that. So something to think about. If you're out in the woods, you want to carry spare batteries. I keep 2 packs with me when I go detecting, one in the detector and one in the backpack in case mine dies or if somebody else is using the whites and it shits the bed. As far as what I carry now for a pack, like I said, this thing was dragging on me, so I started condensing down what I was carrying and where I was carrying it. That's where my backpack comes in, but this is a nice little Husky pouch I bought. It's got a nice little Velcro on the back of it. I don't have to go through the belt loop. I can just hang it on my hip and go. It fits my Garrett hangs off the clip down there. I got a towel here. The pouch I can keep. Got my mini mag light, little water spritz. I keep a couple plastic bags just in case you're getting something pewter or something old. You want to keep it in dirt and moist till you get it home so you can deal with it before it dries out. And the Kurt Franz water bottle. So that's nice. I like carrying just a little bit on my hips. I hate carrying a lot, and this is very doable. Especially with the pinpointer hanging down off my left. Everything's got to hang off one side because that white is tough to swing. It's always hitting stuff on my right hip, so that's the other reason why I condense down. For short trips, that's fine. If I'm doing a park, that's all I need. If I'm going out in the woods, I got a nice hiking pack. You can see it's got the pads, the back frame. You can clip the harness to itself so it's not sliding off your shoulders. I like that. I can fill that thing and carry it all day in the woods and it's fine. Other stuff I'm throwing in that. I keep my snacks with me. I always usually have a couple bottles of water, a couple Cliff Bars. I got 2 of these tins that have paper towels in them. If I find something, old coins or whatever, I can wrap them up, throw them in there as well. Batteries, I keep 4 AA's with me. You never know if somebody's out there with a Garrett needs some batteries or my pinpointer dies. I got a 9-volter. I keep a little magnesium block and steel built in. If you ever need to start a fire, get stuck out there, you're going to want that. That's a spare bolt washer and nut kit for the head of my whites in case that falls off or gets lost. I'm not done. My Gerber multi-tool, I love that. I keep that in there in the woods. You never know you're going to need that. Somebody's shit breaks down, you're going to have to do some work on it. Spare towel. Bug repellent. I also have the head net. Never know you're going to need that. Rolled up paper towels, use them for whatever, poopies. Sorted plastic bags. Never know when you have to wrap up your detector, maybe make a impromptu poncho in the woods. And then for this winter, I was running in the cold, so I kept a couple of these in there in case I need to, fire one of those up, throw it in the front of my hoodie, warm my hands up in between holes. And these are my old ice fishing gloves, my Ice Armor gloves. They're waterproof, and they work real well. I detected all fall with them. They got all muddy and dirty. I can just rinse them off, and they work great. I don't use them for ice fishing because they're kind of beat, but they work great for detecting. Other things I'm going to add very soon is going to be one of the EOD robotics bars. I've got first aid kit I got to put together yet, and the only other thing I really got going on is I bought some of the Duluth Trading fire hose pants on Kurt Franz's advice as I was looking. I'm sick of knee pads. I didn't include my knee pads in here because I'm sick of those. My last hunt was the last time ever using them because I hate them when you kneel down and they just pinch behind your leg, from where you're squatting. So that's it for them. So I didn't show them because they're off the list. I won't be using them. I'll have my new pants with the knee pad inserts in them in the million pockets, so that'll also help me reorganize, get even less weight off my belt, more stuff into the pants, because those fire hose pants have pockets everywhere. So that's all I got. That's all I'm running. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll keep it under 10 minutes, and hope everybody else posts up their gear, because I like to see what people have. It's always evolving. And the other thing I didn't add is I'm probably going to add a Moab 6 bag from 511. I like a sling bag, and I want something a little smaller if I'm going on shorter trips. I mean, that thing I can carry in the woods all day with stuff, but the Moab 6 I want to take a look at, and that'll be a smaller bag for shorter woods trips. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see ya.